Marno Boshoff with A Word from the King. It's great to have another episode from our King Price offices here in Pretoria and just to have you guys back. So today it's a great privilege to have my colleague that works with me in culture. We're the culture evangelists here in King Price, Ilze Herbst. Ilze, welcome.
Thank you, Marno. It's nice to be here with you.
Ilze has recently assisted us with a great process on our customer experience journey that we approach. And so I'm going to ask her specifically to elaborate a little bit on that and just explain some of the findings, etc. And we'd love to share that with you. So Ilze, tell us a little bit. We had to embark on this journey to drive customer experience. But to drive a better customer experience, what did we have to do? What did you do and how did you facilitate that process? Tell us a little bit.
Yes, Marno. So we wanted to actually see what is the experience of our customers. And in order to get that, you have to take a step back. You have to go internally, see what is the employee's experience, because that is your culture. Culture is your EX, your employee experience, and that produces then your CX, your customer experience. So in order to get your customer experience, you have to find out from the individual, from the staff, what is your experience? Because that will be the spillover then to how the customer will experience being a customer.
So it's if I hear you correctly, it's an employee first approach versus customer first.
Definitely.
And like I always say, you can hear a smile over a phone.
Yes.
How did you facilitate the process? How did you go about getting the information from the people?
Marno, those information is where trust is built. So you need to build the trust with the employee. So we got everybody in a boardroom. I explained to them the process, what the information is all about. This is not a hire and fire situation. This is to build their experience. So we had everybody in a boardroom, had sticky notes, made it fun for the guys, and then asked specific questions. But we didn't want the questions to be focused on certain topics. I wanted to let the employees tell what came to mind to them. Don't go dig stuff out that's not important. So I used the method stop, start, continue. And with that, I got a lot of information with the sticky notes being placed on the board. And yes, that was trust being built.
And how did the people enjoy it, I want to say, or how did they experience it to actually be asked their input? I mean, you open the floor to ask them from the floor side, everybody in the company, give us your input. What was the experience?
I think at first they were like, what is this all about? But explaining to them that I'm the mediator between the employee and the employer or the manager. So there's a trust being built by telling them, but I'm just here to get the information to the manager. So when they heard that it's a positive experience, the trust was there.
Great. And I think trust is one of those things. You don't have that,
No.
You can go nowhere. So that's that speed of trust. Teams move at the speed of trust sort of principle that Covey talks about.
Yes.
And just quickly, what was your key findings? One or two really great things that came out of that we could learn from?
Marno, people love people and people want to be around people. Even if you're an introvert or an extrovert, you get your energy from people. So team, gees, spirit, all of that came out and people wanted team buildings. So they want to gather around the people. They want to get that information of how does your children doing? And just that internal conversations, small talks. So people want to be around people. And that was the big thing that came out.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I think we live in a time where there's such a hunger that we had such a hunger, all the lockdowns that we've had now, and people working from home, and just such a, in the previous podcast, we spoke about the fractured state. And I think something I saw Ilze really get right well was getting the people together again was one of the medicines of mending that fractured state.
Yeah.
Getting teams closer, opening up communication levels again, opening up communication structures and channels. And the moment the communication flow was flowing, the trust levels started rising again, and slowly we're rebuilding from that fractured state. So I was privileged to just observe what Ilze has been building there and what she did. And yeah, I think a job well done. Well done, Ilze, and just building trust again in teams. I think that is something that so many people are asking, how do I build trust? And I think something that we've seen that Ilze has done well is just start talking to them.
Yeah.
Open the floor, put them around a table, sticky notes, whatever it is, whatever methodology would work in your context. but open up communication levels. So great.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I think we can call it a listening exercise, to listen to your employees and really grasp what they want to say, and give that information, that environment for them to know that you can listen to them.
Fantastic. So great. That was a nice episode from us again today, and hearing from Ilze today what she's done in building our customer experience journey by applying an employee experience process first and opening up communication channels, building trust, and hopefully those smiles would be much clearer over the telephone. It was nice speaking to you again from the King Price offices here from A Word from the King. Enjoy.